Namaste viewers, welcome to Zeal's Astrology, your new go-to channel for all things Vedic astrology. Now Rahu is currently transiting Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra from July 8, 2024 until March 15, 2025 in the sign of Pisces. Now before you skip to the ascendant wise analysis, I request you all to listen to the explanation of this transit. It's very important to understand how this transit will work, particularly how Saturn, Rahu and Jupiter will interact. Please watch this segment first and then proceed to the ascendant-wise analysis. This will help you understand in greater depth how this transit will affect you. Now, what is Rahu? Rahu represents illusion, that is Maya, materialism, fear, dissatisfaction, obsession, and sometimes confusion. Now, coming to the nakshatras, Rahu will be entering Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra comes after Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra. Purva means former and Uttar means later. So to make it simple, consider Purva Bhadrapad and Uttar Bhadrapad as twin sisters. Both nakshatras are considered as lucky feet. Purva Bhadrapad is regarded as the former one, possessing lucky feet. It denotes the front two legs of the funeral cot, representing the actual process of dying, while Uttar Bhadrapad is considered the later one. Possessing lucky feet, which represents the back part of the funeral cot. This signifies the initial state after death. And what does it mean by initial state after death? It refers to the dead body without a soul or life before it is cremated or turned into ashes. Now, since in the Kal Purush Kundli, Uttar Bhadrapad falls in the sign of Pisces in the 12th house, it also represents a temporary form of death, a deep sleep state where dream activity is minimal, where we go to the depths of our unconsciousness. That is why this nakshatra also represents awakening of Kundalini. The planet that rules this nakshatra is Saturn. So the initiation of Kundalini awakening starts with Anuradha nakshatra, which is ruled by Saturn, and culminates in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, which is also ruled by Saturn. The deity of Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra is Airbudhyana, which means the serpent that lies below the surface of earth. The main presiding deity of this nakshatra is Shiva, as it aligns with Shiva's nature of death, transformation, and enlightenment through destruction. And Shiva also wears a garland of king of serpents, Sri Vasuki Nag, around his neck. This nakshatra is also associated with aspects of life beyond materialism, and this is completely a spiritual nakshatra. The most unique point of this nakshatra is that this nakshatra works in a flexible way, just like its planet Saturn, who works or gives results as per the circumstances. Now, how will this nakshatra manifest with Rahu transiting through it? Earlier, when Rahu was in Revati nakshatra, people chased after money and illusions. These illusions could manifest in various forms, such as following fake gurus, engaging in addictions, or falling for the illusions of false spirituality. As Rahu enters Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra ruled by Saturn, Saturn will try to break these illusions in its own way. The dispositor of Rahu, that is Jupiter, is in the sign of Taurus in Rohini Nakshatra. So what will happen is that the dispositor of Rahu being in Rohini Nakshatra, people will be more inclined towards acquiring materialistic gains. On the other hand, Saturn in Purva Bhadrapad being in retro motion is even more powerful. So Saturn will try to divert people towards spirituality. It will try to restrict people. There will be duality in nature of people. On one hand, people will want to earn money, and on the other hand, they will also want to be spiritual. The more you entangle yourself in Rahu's Maya, the more you incline towards materialistic pleasures, forgetting about spiritual life in the long run will not please Saturn. Even though Uttar Bhadrapad is considered a spiritual nakshatra, It also gives positive materialistic gains to those who are on the path of righteousness, who can balance between materialistic life, personal life, and spiritual life. But excess of anything won't be entertained. Social media will see probable boost. Additionally, there can be an increase in waterborne diseases and natural calamities. This is also the time when many scandals will come out to light. Saturn will break down many illusions, including scandals involving fake gurus and issues relating to intoxicants such as drugs and alcohols, or any other scandals. For some people, this transit will completely change them. I would also like to mention that on October 3, 2024, Saturn will be transiting Shadapisha Nakshatra until December 26, 2024. This will create a nakshatra exchange between Saturn and Rahu, as Shadapisha Nakshatra is ruled by Rahu. This is going to be a very important and major period, as two big Mayavis of the solar system will exchange nakshatras. It's a very interesting transit. Although I will create a separate video on that later on, I won't discuss it here. Now, for those who have moon in Pisces or Rahu moon conjunction anywhere in their chart, those who are running under Mahadasha or Antadasha of Rahu will experience a significant impact from this transit. Specifically, individuals with moon in Pisces or moon Rahu conjunction may find themselves overthinking unnecessary, leading to disturbed sleep patterns. This transit is the best time for those seeking to enhance their spiritual awareness. I might sound weird, but Rahu can also give you spirituality if it goes in a positive manner. If your soul is evolved, then Rahu has the potential to elevate you to great spiritual heights during this period. Since Rahu is in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, which is ruled by Saturn, it's important to connect Saturn's zodiac signs as well. Currently, Saturn is transiting its own sign and it is retro there. And I have already discussed that in detail in my last video, which you can find linked in the description box below. I have also provided general remedies for this transit at the end of this video. Now let's jump to the ascendant wise analysis. But before that, if you find this video interesting, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon. For consultations, please drop me an email. My email address is provided in the description box below. For Aries ascendant, Rahu is transiting Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces in your 12th house. The dispositor of Rahu, Jupiter, is in your 2nd house, Taurus. And the lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, Saturn, is currently transiting in the sign of Aquarius and also rules your 10th house as well, 10th and 11th house. First of all, those in imaginative fields like designing, writing, specifically fictional writing, animation, or any artistic field will notice an increase in their imaginative power. Since Rahu signifies out of the box thinking, their ideas will be unique and innovative. Those into social media or where internet connects will see probable boost. However, your sleep will be badly disturbed and you will experience a lot of overthinking. This effect will be more intense if you have moon in Pisces, leading to excessive overthinking without any clear reason. Now, Rahu in your 12th house and Saturn in Aquarius aspecting your 1st house, Aries, and also aspecting your 8th house, Scorpio, and Ketu in your 6th house, these combinations may give you health issues if not taken care of. I have already mentioned this in my previous video on Saturn's retrogression. You can find the link in the description box below. Additionally, Saturn in the 11th house will provide financial gains. However, if you chase more after desires and money, as Rahu might push you to do in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, then Saturn can penalize you with increased expenditures or losses. It's important to avoid indulgence in any form of intoxication such as alcohol, as Rahu can exaggerate such habits if it goes in a negative direction. If Rahu operates positively in your chart, it can elevate you to the great spiritual heights. Remember, Rahu is capable of bestowing you spirituality. Apart from that, foreign travel or settlement is also possible if your chart permits. Now, Rahu will aspect your fourth house, Cancer. With Rahu aspecting your fourth house, it may give some minor health issues to your mother. If you are planning to buy a property or vehicle, then be careful with the documentation work. Rahu will also aspect your 8th house, and along with Rahu, Jupiter and Saturn will also aspect your 8th house. It will definitely give you major results, major transformation relating to your 8th house. Be cautious when investing, specifically in stock market, as 8th house represents investments. One basic characteristics of Uttar Bhadrapada is to take decisions after thoroughly analyzing all aspects and scenarios. Utilize this analytical nature of Uttar Bhadrapada, the wisdom of Jupiter, and the patience and organization of Saturn while investing. It's advisable to invest in long-term assets rather than short terms in a structured manner. Taurus ascendant Rahu will be transiting through Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces in your 11th house. And the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, Saturn, rules your 9th and 10th house and is currently transiting your 10th house. Financially, it's a very beneficial period for Taurus ascendant individuals. My advice for Taurus individuals is to avoid being tempted by Rahu's illusions or Maya, because Rahu in your 11th house can incline you towards pursuing wealth excessively. After fulfilling your desires, you may still not feel satisfied and might continue seeking more and more. It's important to maintain balance in your life, both between your personal, professional, as well as spiritual life. This period might also bring some challenges with friends, so be cautious about whom you trust, as Rahu's influence could lead to deceptions or betrayal even by those who you believe have good intentions. Financially, it's a very favorable time for individuals in social media or networking fields. Issues with elder siblings may also arise during this phase. For Taurus natives, beware of financial frauds, especially online scams. I have already discussed this in my previous video on Saturn's retrogradation in Aquarius ascendant, the link to which you can find in the description box below. Now, Rahu's aspect falls on a 3rd house, Cancer. Now, this aspect can give you minor health issues with your younger siblings, and be careful with your speech and avoid harshness. And there can be work-related short journeys as well. Now, Rahu aspects your 7th house, Scorpio. And along with Rahu, Jupiter and Saturn also aspects your 7th house. This suggests potential opportunities to meet your life partner during this period. However, be patient while making decisions regarding marriage. Take your time, try to know that person in a better way before proceeding with marriage. For married couples, your relationship may also face sudden ups and downs, which can transform your relationship for the long run. For business professionals, you can get new out of the box ideas during this time frame. Business professionals may discover innovative ideas during this phase. As mentioned in my previous video on Saturn's retrogradation, expect fluctuations in your business endeavors. Although Jupiter's positive influence can minimize adverse effect, remember to carefully review all documents before signing agreements or contracts. For Gemini ascendant, Rahu is transiting your 10th house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, Saturn, is transiting your 9th house and rules both your 8th and 9th house. For Gemini natives, this is a time when you might focus more on your job or career. Yes, earning money is very important. One cannot deny the fact that we cannot live without earning money. However, just running after career and money while forgetting everything else, such as your family, your relationships, and your friends, is not positive. Rahu in Uttar Bhadrapada will push you to chase your career. Try to keep balance in your personal and professional life as much as possible. There are chances of job or career changes for Gemini natives. There can even be change in place due to career as well. However, this will depend on your personal horoscope. You might also find yourself overthinking your social status, image, and reputation during this time. My advice is not to dwell on these concerns too much, as Rahu is now in Uttar Bhadrapada and Saturn's nakshatra. And if you become overly preoccupied with your image or reputation, then Saturn may intervene to dispel these illusions created by Rahu. But if you stay on the path of righteousness and dharma, and if you do not fall for Rahu's Maya, you will earn a positive name and fame in society. This is the best time to indulge in spiritual practices, as the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, Saturn, is in your ninth house, in its own house, the Dharma Bhav. And the dispositor of Rahu, Jupiter, is in your 12th house, in the sign of Taurus. Spirituality, in a way, will help you to keep balance in your life. So try to indulge in true spiritual practices as much as possible. Now, Rahu's aspect falls on your second house in the sign of Cancer. Be careful about your speech and try to maintain harmony in your family. Stay on the path of righteousness while accumulating wealth, as Rahu can misguide you to use all the possible means to generate wealth. Rahu's aspect also falls on your sixth house, Scorpio, and along with Rahu, Jupiter and Saturn also aspects your sixth house. First of all, try to avoid disputes during this time period. These three aspects will help you overcome challenges in your life and reduce debts as well. It's a positive period for those who are in creative, artistic, and imaginative fields. Also, good time for lawyer, counselors, advisors, and healers. However, there can be disputes while traveling, so be careful and try not to indulge in any sort of disputes. Now, for Cancer ascendant, Rahu is transiting your ninth house in Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces. And the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, Saturn, rules your 7th and 8th house and is currently transiting your 8th house. Long spiritual journeys are on cards during this time period. Since Rahu is transiting your 9th house, your Dharma Bhav, do not fall for fake gurus during this time frame. However, Rahu can also provide you spirituality. Rahu is actually capable of providing heights of spirituality if your chart permits. This is also the time when you can gain spiritual knowledge, but do not use this knowledge for your own personal benefits and gains. Those who are finding a suitable partner for marriage may find one during this time. Your father may face sudden health issues, so take care of that. For Cancer natives, Rahu aspects your first house. And if you have a habit of drinking alcohol or smoking, then try to avoid that as much as possible. Or Saturn may give you health issues in order to make you quit your bad habits. However, Cancer ascendant individuals will face some health issues as Saturn is transiting your 8th house and Rahu aspecting your first house. Along with that, Rahu's aspect on your first house can also give you restlessness, jealousy, and it can also give you more inclination towards materialistic pleasures. So try not to indulge in all these things as much as possible. Now, Rahu aspects your 5th house, Scorpio, and along with Rahu, Jupiter, and Saturn also aspects your 5th house. Be careful while investing. Invest in long-term assets rather than short-term assets and avoid investing in high-risk assets. Take care of your children during this time period, as it may cause some sort of concern. And this is the best time to gain knowledge, to learn new skills or upgrade your skills. But definitely, Scorpio part in your life will see major transformations. For Leo ascendants, Rahu is transiting Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces in your 8th house. And the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, that is Saturn, is transiting your 7th house, and it is also the Lord of your 6th and 7th house. First of all, financially, this period is quite good for Leo individuals. Saturn being the Lord of your 6th house and Rahu in Saturn's nakshatra, with Saturn aspecting your 1st house, can create some health concerns for Leo individuals. If you are not taking care of your health and not addressing your health issues, and if you are avoiding them, then during this period it might even exaggerate your health issues even more. So it is important to not avoid any health issues you have. Rahu in your 8th house can create some issues with your in-laws. Also, 8th house represents your investments. And since Rahu is in Saturn's nakshatra in Uttar Bhadrapada, try to invest in long term and avoid short term investments, and also avoid high risk assets. Now, Rahu also aspects your 12th house, Cancer. Don't indulge in any sort of intoxication if possible. Foreign travel is on cards for Leo people if your chart permits. Rahu will also increase your gut feeling. Leo people might also face lack of sleep or sleep disorders during this time frame. Be cautious of online scams. Rahu also aspects your 4th house, and along with Rahu, Saturn and Jupiter also aspects your 4th house, Scorpio. There can be a change in place or property, but since Rahu is also aspecting your 4th house, make sure that all the documents you sign to purchase your house or vehicle are proper. Specifically, when it comes to purchase of a house or property, read all the documents thoroughly before signing them. It is best to involve a legal expert for all the documentation work to avoid any issues or frauds later on. Even before signing any agreements or contracts in your business, read them carefully and then sign them. Your mother's health issues can come to surface during this time frame. It's a good period for financial gains if you take care of the concerns I mentioned earlier. For evolved souls, Rahu in your 8th house will increase your spiritual awareness. In terms of spirituality, this will be the best time for such individuals. The only major concern for Leo individuals is their health issues, and be very wise while investing in stock market, or you may have to suffer losses. Now for Virgo ascendant, Rahu is currently transiting your 7th house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, and Saturn is transiting your 6th house and is also Lord of your 5th and 6th house. For Virgo individuals who are seeking a suitable partner for marriage, this is a period when you may meet your potential future spouse. Marriage is on cards if your chart permits. However, I will suggest that do not be hasty and take your time to know your partner before legalizing your marriage, because Rahu can bring marriage opportunities, but it can also create illusions about your prospective partner. For people into business, there will be new opportunities and new out of the box idea may come your way. Be wise while implementing these ideas and be cautious before signing any contracts, agreements, or legal documents in your business. Also, be careful of health issues of yourself and your partner, as Ketu is transiting your 1st house and Rahu your 7th. Also, be very diplomatic and practical in your public dealings. Don't be harsh in your communication. Now, Rahu's aspect falls on your 11th house, Cancer. As Rahu aspects your 11th house, be careful while making friends or trusting them, as Rahu's aspect can lead to some issues with them. Rahu is in Uttar Bhadrapada, Saturn's nakshatra. Eventually, Saturn will reveal your true friends. Saturn can show you who are your true friends and who are not. And there can be some issues with your elder siblings as well. Rahu also aspects your third house, Scorpio. And along with Rahu, Jupiter and Saturn also aspects your third house. All these three planets, Rahu, Saturn and Jupiter, can give you the necessary courage to start a new venture. As I mentioned earlier, since Rahu is transiting your 7th house, you may have some out of the box ideas, and you can use these ideas to start something new. Apart from that, there can be some issues with your neighbors as well. They can make things a bit difficult for you, so be careful with that. This is a good time for those in travel industry, communication field or writing. All matters related to your third house will see major transformation in your life. For Libra ascendant, Rahu is transiting your 6th house in Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the sign of Pisces. And the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, that is Saturn, is transiting your 5th house as a Lord of your 4th and 5th house. Now Rahu is in Saturn's Nakshatra in your 6th house can give you some health issues. I have already shared my views on Saturn's transit on each and every ascendant. I have provided the link below in the description box. Financially, it's a positive transit for Libra ascendant people. Try to avoid disputes as much as possible. Rahu in your 6th house and Uttar Bhadrapada, Ketu in your 12th house and Jupiter in your 8th house. These three combinations can give you some health concerns, so be careful. For Libra individuals, Rahu in your 6th house can increase your debts or even reduce them depending on how positively Rahu influences your personal chart. Therefore, if you are considering applying for a loan, only take on as much as you can easily repay without burdening yourself. This is also a time when you will be able to identify your real hidden enemies and eventually overcome them. And it's a very positive time for those appearing for competitive exams. Issues or disputes with your maternal family may arise during this time frame. Now, Rahu also aspects your 10th house. Rahu can provide you with out of the box thinking in your career, which can help you enhance your career and create new opportunities for you. It's a positive period for career growth. Now, Rahu also aspects your 2nd house, Scorpio. And along with Rahu, Saturn and Jupiter also aspects your 2nd house. Be very careful with your speech. There may be issues with your family. Your speech will play an important role in maintaining a harmonious environment in your family. So it's important to be patient and compassionate. These three planets aspecting your 2nd house also indicate potential changes, either additions or deletion in your family. Say for example, your daughter or your sister is getting married. She is leaving her paternal home to be with her partner. So there's a deletion in that way, and a new person, that is her husband, is added to your family. So that is new addition to your family. Your finances may experience fluctuations, and transformations relating to your 2nd house are likely to occur, so be prepared for that. Now for Scorpio ascendant, Rahu is transiting your 5th house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapada, and Saturn is the lord of your 3rd house and your 4th house and is transiting your 4th house. I have already shared my detailed views on retro Saturn transit previously. You can find the link in the description box below. With Rahu transiting your 5th house in Uttar Bhadrapada Nakshatra, there are chances that you may engage in multiple relationships or face issues like cheating or in relationships. Invest wisely in stock market, as there are chances of losses. In fact, do not overindulge yourself in investing in stock market. And if you want to invest, then invest for long term. in low risk assets rather than high risk assets. There can be some issues with your children as well. It's a time when you might even start learning something new. Now, Rahu also aspects your ninth house, Cancer. There can be spiritual journeys. Rahu can even give you unorthodox spirituality. Since Rahu is in Saturn's nakshatra, aspecting your ninth house, there can be minor health issues to your father. So take care of that. And along with Rahu, Jupiter and Saturn aspects your first house. Definitely for Scorpio individuals, there will be sudden ups and downs in your life, major transformations in your life, your personality, your thought process will be there. So be mentally prepared. Avoid alcohol or any kind of intoxication as much as possible. In fact, both Saturn and Jupiter can help you get rid of these bad habits if you desire. For Sagittarius ascendant, Rahu is transiting your fourth house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, and the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, that is Saturn, rules your second and third house and is currently transiting your third house. For retro Saturn's transit, you can click on the link below. Rahu in your fourth house in Uttar Bhadrapada can cause issues with your mother and may also lead to health concerns for her. During this time, you will also have a strong desire to buy a property or a vehicle. When investing in property, ensure to thoroughly review all the documents before signing them. Do not blindly trust anyone in such matters. Including a legal expert for documentation work is more advisable for you. Rahu in fourth can also create issues at your home. So take care of that. Now Rahu's aspect falls on your 8th house, Cancer. It can bring ups and downs in your life. There can be disputes with your in-laws as well. Now Rahu's aspect also falls on your 12th house in the sign of Scorpio. And along with that, Jupiter and Saturn also aspects your 12th house. If your chart permits, it's a favorable time for those wishing to travel abroad. Plan your trip in advance to avoid disputes and keep your expenses in check while traveling. And for Sagittarius individuals, it's a best time to indulge in spiritual practices. For Capricorn ascendant, Rahu is transiting your third house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And the Lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, that is Saturn, rules your first house and second house. And it is currently transiting your second house. Rahu in Uttar Bhadrapada in your third house can create some issues with your younger siblings. Be careful while communicating in public, as Rahu is transiting your third house and Saturn is transiting your second house. As your speech can impact your relationships either with your spouse or other family members or a business partner. Your speech will also influence your overall image because Saturn is your first lord. Rahu in your third house is actually advantageous as it gives you courage to initiate something new. We desire something, that's why we initiate something, right? However, avoid taking shortcuts to fulfill your desires. If your desires are valid, then they will be fulfilled by Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, or I can say by Saturn. But if your desires are not valid, then setbacks may occur. Rahu aspects your 7th house. The only thing here is that there can be chances of deceiving either from your side or either from the opposite side, be it your life partner or business partner. So either you would like to cheat someone or someone would cheat you. Not everyone will be affected equally, as outcomes will depend on individual charts. So don't make any hasty decisions regarding your marriage. For business professionals, be very careful while signing any agreements and contracts. Rahu aspects your 11th house, Scorpio. And along with Rahu, Saturn and Jupiter also aspects your 11th house. As mentioned earlier, if your desires are valid, then Saturn as your second lord and transiting your second house will bring significant positive financial gains. And if not valid, then Jupiter as your 12th lord and dispositor of Rahu may lead to losses or expenditure. But that will depend on your personal chart again. Overall, financially, Saturn in your second house is a positive period for financial gains. For Aquarius ascendant, Rahu is transiting your second house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And the lord of Uttar Bhadrapada, that is Saturn, rules your 12th and 1st house and is currently transiting your 1st house. Now, Rahu being in your 12th lord Nakshatra, in your 2nd house, can willingly make you do unnecessary expenditure on luxuries. For example, spending excessively on shopping for luxury items, dining out at expensive restaurants, or hosting extravagant parties. And why luxuries? Because the dispositor of Rahu is in Rohini Nakshatra. So overall, Rahu will make you waste your money on unnecessary things, and this way it may minimize your savings. So try to control your unnecessary expenses as much as possible. You may also encounter issues within your family. Rahu will also make you believe that you can have multiple sources of income and you will run after that. But on a negative side, Rahu can also tempt you to go to any extent to create wealth. So my piece of advice is that since Rahu is transiting in Saturn's nakshatra, use righteous means to generate income, or in long run, Saturn may give you losses or expenditures, as Saturn is also your 12th lord. Now, Rahu's aspect falls on your 6th house in the sign of Cancer. Avoid making impulsive decisions regarding taking any debts or loans. There can be some minor health issues as well. It's a favorable time for those appearing for competitive exams. Now, Rahu's aspect also falls on your 10th house in the sign of Scorpio. Additionally, Jupiter and Saturn also aspects your 10th house. These aspects can bring about significant changes and new opportunities in your career. For Pisces ascendant, Rahu is transiting your 1st house in the sign of Pisces in Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And Saturn is your 11th and 12th lord and currently transiting your 12th house. Firstly, Rahu in your 1st house will inflate your ego. Specifically for those with moon in their 1st house, this effect can be magnified to 2 or 3-fold. Rahu creates an unnecessary ego that can lead to issues in your personal and married life, and can also impact your personality and status. Therefore, try to remain humble and grounded as much as possible. Remember, Rahu is in Saturn's nakshatra, and Saturn has its own way to teach us how to be grounded. Don't run too much after desires or showing off. Refrain from taking shortcuts or to fulfill your desires. It is crucial for Pisces ascendant individuals to follow the path of righteousness, the path of dharma. Now, Rahu aspects your 5th house in the sign of Cancer. This may increase your inclination towards love affairs or multiple relationships, depending on your personal chart. Even try not to indulge excessively in adventurous pursuits. Minor issues related to your children may arise, so take care of that. Now, Rahu also aspects your 9th house Scorpio, where Jupiter and Saturn also aspects. These aspects can help you indulge in spirituality. Even though Rahu's negative influence is in your 1st house, I personally believe that 2 major planets like Saturn and Jupiter are there to guide you on the path of dharma by aspecting your dharma bhav. Follow their principles, be on the path of righteousness, and in turn they will help you to overcome the negative effects of Rahu. And then the same Rahu, along with these two planets, will take you to the heights of spirituality, as this is a beautiful time for spiritual individuals to dive deeper into spirituality. Apart from that, spiritual journeys are likely, and significant transformations may occur regarding your father and your spiritual life. This is a positive time for those pursuing higher studies. And now coming to general remedies, there's only one who can control Rahu's Maya, and that is Lord Mahavishnu himself. Reciting Vishnu Sahasranam, Sarvotam Stotra, or the simplest mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya will help you a lot. Apart from that, try to donate a part of your income to the needy people. If you are unable to do that, then at least try to plant a tree which can provide shade to people in the future and generate more oxygen. And there's a reason why I'm asking you to plant trees. Astrologically, Rahu is also considered as pollution and negativity. What can help us reduce pollution? Mother Nature. And right now, Rahu is in the sign of Pisces, a watery sign. Apart from floods and excess rain, Rahu will also pollute water resources. On the other hand, next year, around April, Saturn will be entering the sign of Pisces. And Saturn will shrink water sources then, which can lead to food shortages. So try to plant trees as much as possible. Invest in water harvesting systems. Save water, save Mother Nature. Even scientifically, who helps in bringing rain? Trees. Who helps in preserving water? Trees. Who gives us food and shade? Trees. Even Jupiter, the dispositor of Rahu, is in Rohini Nakshatra, which also represents creation and farming. Saturn also represents land. Saturn is in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, which is ruled by Saturn. And Rahu is transiting Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra, which is ruled by Saturn. So all the dots are connecting. So try considering planting trees as your long-term investments. The seeds that you sow now will slowly and gradually, Shanai, yield significant benefits for the society over time. Consider this as a remedy to please both Jupiter and Saturn. That's it for today's video. If you like our video today, then remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, Namaste.